It's recording. It is recording.
Hey y'all.
Hi, I'm Brianna.
And I'm Paul.
And welcome to our channel.
Happily Harrelson.
And this week we sort of missed our Marriage Monday.
Yeah, it was a little delayed. We had marriage stuff going on.
Marriage stuff.
We were in the middle of our 7-day challenge.
We love to worship.
Yeah,
Hallelujah. We worship in spirit and in truth.
And in physical.
They were naked and not in shame.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, I want to make a video today, Wednesday. We real late.
So this is called Wow Wednesday.
Wow Wednesday. So anyway, I want to make a vlog about...
We're making a vlog right now.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. We're making a vlog right now. I want to talk about relationships and how not to waste your time in relationships and get exactly what you want out of them.
Okay. So, I say tip number 1 in not wasting your time in relationships is to not go out for women and look for a relationship.
That is true.
But that's just for me.
I've seen a lot of thirsty females looking for men, and it kind of turns you off.
But this is what I've heard. You never go to the grocery store when you're hungry or if you got a broken buggy. Because...
A broken buggy.
Yeah, so that means if you aren't fulfilled yourself, then you'll settle for anything. So if you're hungry or you're thirsty, you'll stock up on ice cream or anything.
You'll get anything. You get
anything.
You get some junk food.
And if your buggy broken and it's that wheel keep leaning to the side, you're in a rush to get out of the grocery store, so you're going to pick anything up. Or if you're broken on the inside, you attract other things that are broken as well. That's what I heard. I don't know who said that. It wasn't my mama. My mama, but she taught me, ladies, is a kiss leads to a twist.
She did say that. I'll say my number 1. Well, I'm going to try to do 3 points. My number 1 is you want to get some exposure, but not sexual exposure. So, first of all the guys going to hate me right now because I'm gonna kind of just keep it real. So, number 1, as a guy, if you're looking for a person you want to marry, not just date around anything. So, I'll say you need to get some exposure, but not sexual exposure. You want to make sure you really like this girl.
So what type of exposure? What do you want them to do?
I would say you got to go out and you got to date. You got to go out. You can't just sit in the house.
Oh, what we did too.
You can't just sit in the house and just, this girl just gonna pop up in my lap, the love of my life. No, you gotta go out and find her.
Okay. Yeah, men should go out.
You gotta go out and find her. That's why women shouldn't go out and find men.
Yeah, it's a turn off. But I think for us, what taking sex out of the equation did for us, it really caused us to talk and to learn like what we liked, what we didn't like, and to really see if you were compatible outside of the bedroom.
Right. You make sure you love that person, not lust that person.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, we didn't have sex before we got married. We dated for... How long we dated for?
So we started dating in June of 2014.
So basically 2 years.
No,
we got engaged.
Oh yeah, July of 2015 we got engaged, and then we got married October 2016.
Right.
So we dated for a year, got engaged for a year, and married. So we were together for 2 years before we got married.
A lot of people watching this video who really aren't Christians or anything, or don't believe, have a religious purpose, they might think that's real fast to get married. But if you're trying to keep it holy, you better get married fast. But don't rush it. You gotta make sure you're compatible.
And I don't think that's really fast, because when you take sex out of the equation, you really find out a lot of things about him or her quickly. You ain't
got nothing but time to communicate.
Because you converse and like if we get mad at each other. I remember the first time we were dating, and Paul called me like, we need to talk, and I'm thinking
that was the first time I actually said that to like a girl. We need to talk.
And I was like, we need to talk. Like, what did I do? I'm trying to recount what happened in my mind.
Tell her what you did.
Okay, so I was just playing around, but I'm like, you know what? We're going to have a date night, and I'm going to treat you. I'm going to take you out. And I think I went out and ate with my mom, and then he was out with his friends. I was like, we could do dessert. But he was like really looking forward to this. He felt like, this is something new. No one's ever taken me on a date. So when I was still hanging out with my mom and he was texting me like, hey, where you at? I'm like, we can, do dessert, or we could catch up later. Because I honestly felt like he may have been seeing other people, or he wasn't that interested. It was really early on in our relationship.
Early, yeah.
Like, we met June 22nd. This was probably like July.
Nah, it was like August or something.
Like August.
We were talking. I'll
So
say
let
what
him
time.
tell it now.
This was after the wedding.
After whose wedding?
Blake and Carmen's wedding.
Okay, so it was
So
August.
yeah,
so
we was dating.
He bought me a watch, so I guess because he bought me a Michael Kors watch and we weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. But this is the thing. Paul didn't officially make me his girlfriend until like November. So that was 6 months. So I felt like maybe he was not, all that into me. Maybe he was seeing other people, and your parents try to tell you don't put
all your eggs
in one basket. You still should date.
See?
But
That's
we
what
didn't
happened.
play I didn't play that game because I wanted to be honest and transparent. And I think his dad was trying to tell him, you gotta see you as you really want, and all this other stuff.
But yeah, anyway, well, that was the first time any woman. This gonna sound weird as a guy, a woman taking you out, but I was like, I never experienced that, and I had my expectations set. She said she was gonna take me out, and she stood me up. Basically.
And I know that's unconventional. Women like I never take a man out. I never pay, but for us. It was, it's no big deal.
It's
no big deal because at the end of the day, when you become married,
right.
Which is what you're looking forward to, your money is his money, our money is 50-50. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. And I think,
now like the first date.
Oh heck no, I wasn't paying. The first day he went all out.
Yeah, I bought dinner for the friends.
But yeah, he bought dinner for like 7 of us or 6 of us.
So anyway, that was a group date. But anyway.
So let's go logically, a logical flow. So we're talking about relationships, but I think for them to understand like. While we're doing this video, we probably need to talk about our past and like negative relationships, and then also talk about like how we met each other, because people may know, but people may not know.
So anyway, I'll talk a little bit. Well, I was in a relationship back in college, and it wasn't right. It was basically kind of like for me, it was more of a lust thing. I didn't really, I mean, I liked the person, but I felt like it was turning into just like a sex thing. So basically it was some cheating going on, and then that kind of affected me to like I guess like retaliate or whatever. Basically, seeing other women, it was just too much. It was just enough, and I just got tired of it, and it was like starting to turn to like long distance, all this kind of stuff, and I was just like, I ain't got time for this. So I started praying, and I was like, God, this is what I want. I want a woman that's gonna make me, come back to you and influence me in the ways I need to be influenced and encouraged. And also, basically, I kind of had like a vision board in my mind of what I wanted, and then I prayed for it, and then I actually got it.
You got me?
Yeah, I got.
So what did you say to God in your vision board in your mind?
I said she gotta be a virtuous woman.
You ain't say that. You wasn't in the church.
No, I was okay. Yeah, I was just coming back to church. I was like, "Nah, Lord, she gotta look good.
That's what you told him.
Some nice legs.
That's what you wanted, legs?
And some other things, other features.
Oh.
And a nice smile, make me laugh, make me happy, basically.
Okay, that's all you. That was
I'm simple guy, but that's really actually hard to find somebody that's loyal and won't cheat on me.
So cheating really affected you, huh?
Oh yeah, it messed me up a little bit because it made me turn into somebody I didn't want to be.
It made you become a cheater.
Yeah, it made me become a cheater. I was messing around with other ladies. And then it was just like I was messing around with these other females, but it was making me, in return, I was actually feeling lonelier in the inside, messing with other women. It was kind of weird.
That's interesting.
I was like, I don't really want this, so I was just like, I need to change the scenery and everything. So I came back home, tried to get my life together, and I found something that attracted me, but not distracted me from the Lord.
Attracted but not distracted.
Attracted
That's
but
cool.
not distracted, yeah.
Well, our stories are a little bit different because I had no boyfriend all 4 years while I was in college. I had a boyfriend in high school before I went off to college for a long time, like maybe 2 years. That was long to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he cheated on me. He ended up getting another girl pregnant, and that really did something to me. It didn't make me become a cheater, but it made me become like cold-hearted, and I became
didn't care about people's feelings,
like a dude almost. Yeah. I was like, I'll talk to whoever.
Right.
But I wasn't really having sex with people because I was scared still, because my mama said, a kiss leads to a twist. I didn't want to have any babies, but I still was like really using people. I didn't respect men. I can almost say that I really like hated men in my heart who were weak to me, or who were players, or who were users. So I really took God like when I was in college to really show me some good Christian brothers for me to even have respect for men. So throughout college, I had a lot of suitors. I had a lot of different people who were interested in me, but in my heart, I'm like, bro, you whack, you lame. You don't have no, you don't have no ambition. And I had so many guys who were like, Brianna, because I was seeking God, and I guess that's attractive to people when you're a go-getter and you're seeking God and they see you having your head on. Like, I had so many guys like, you would make my life so much better. And as soon as they said crap like that, I'm like, oh, you so lame. Like, I'm not interested. They was trying to grab on
and go for the ride.
Yeah, but I had no boyfriend while I was in college. But I did talk to an older guy who was very older than me while I was in college. And that relationship showed me the negative impacts of soul ties. So basically, from the time I lost my virginity to him, I was 19 years old in college, and I think he was 27. And it was a challenging time in my life because that was the period, if you look at my last video, when I had that back balance on my account. So that summer I stayed in DC, but I should have came home. I thought I had a job in DC. So Satan was really just playing with my mind with that stress of having that back balance and thinking I won't return to college in the fall. And this person just was like a person to free my mind. Like, I could go over to his place because he was off campus, and he always paid for everything. He was older, he was established and all that. And from that relationship, I was 19. I can tell you it took until and it was like after we had sex, it was like he kept pursuing me. It wasn't like he just cut me off. He kept trying to come back, and I would block his number because I knew it wasn't a healthy relationship. He was an atheist. He didn't even believe in God. And I wasn't being wise. So I would block his number, but then every few months on Christmas break, he might email me. I might call him. So literally, that relationship lasted on and off until the time I was 23 years old. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So like 4 years on and off with this person who I knew didn't have my best interest at heart because he didn't even have the same core values or beliefs as me.
Sidebar. This person you meet, you want to make sure you are equally yoked.
Yes.
That's a real big thing.
Yeah, because that scared me. Because even though I liked him, he didn't cuss, he didn't smoke, he didn't drink. He had those values, but as far as him having a relationship with God, he didn't have that. And we were taught in our church that you can only go as high as the head. So if he's the head of me, if I was to marry this man and I have children, they would take on his characteristics. Like, he don't want to go to church, they don't have to go to church. Like, I was changing the whole trajectory of my life based on this decision because I lusted after him and I was attached to him and I had a soul tie towards this man, right?
Just think about how your life would have changed if you actually had children.
Yeah.
It would have went.
I never would have met you. I never would have came back to Gary, Indiana. I probably wouldn't have been dancing. I wouldn't have been over to dance ministry. Like, it would have changed the course of my life.
Same with me.
So for that reason, after I moved back home, after I graduated from college, I had to, in order to keep me focused and not to fall for randoms, meaning guys who I know don't have my best interest at heart. I'm just bored, so I want to go on a date. I had to stop myself from doing that because I did that all throughout college. I knew I wasn't interested in the guy. I knew I didn't like him. I was just bored, so I would go out on dates. So what I had to do, Exhibit A.
Don't be bored and date.
I had to create a vision board called my Dream Man.
I'm on here.
Flip it over. So this is basically what I had to create to keep my mind focused on the Lord. So basically, this tells about everything that I wanted in a man. And this might be a little bit outrageous for some people, but for me, it worked. So basically, it talks about the characteristics of my dream man. Loves God more than me. Strong faith. Man of integrity. Has fun. Okay. So I wrote down everything that I wanted to see in my man. And then, so these pictures are just representations. Like, I wanted someone who was a leader like Barack Obama. I wanted someone who had sex appeal like Idris Elba.
That's me right there.
I wanted someone educated.
That's me.
And I even went very specific, and I said that I wanted somebody who had HBCU ties. Like, that they went to a HBCU so they would understand. Humble, sexy, adventurous, can cook if needed, will dance, loves to be out, caring, compassionate, support. And honestly, this man right here, he might not look like Idris Elba, he looks better. But everything that I desired, I put it on here.
I am about 98%. Only thing I don't do on here is I don't own an NBA team.
So this was one thing that I asked God. I said I want an NBA millionaire baller. And God told me that the person can basically they can your purpose stays the same, their career can change. So no, Paul's not an NBA baller, but all of those other characteristics he has. So that's what I had to do to stay focused, because I would date people because I was bored.
So you made a vision.
I had to,
and you wrote it down, made it plain.
Made it plain.
So
how did we meet?
That's a whole other story.
But that's
a whole other vlog.
Okay.
People know how we met.
No.
If you don't know how we met, you better look at the wedding page and look at the other videos. I want to say another point. Nobody is perfect, and nobody. What do I say? Nobody is perfect, and everybody has some type of baggage.
Oh yeah.
There's nobody perfect out there. Even though she wrote that vision board, I still had issues that we need to work out and talk. And she helped me with some of the stuff. So. And
then this vision board, because you have to become who you desire, right? So some things on that vision board, he's still growing in those areas, and he's becoming that. Like what we struggled with, I think the most in us coming together, we came from two totally different backgrounds.
Yeah, different homes.
Different families and everything. His mom was a stay-at-home mom, but my mom was a different type of stay-at-home mom.
She was a mom on the go.
Mom on the go. His parents are much older than my parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
His father's way more dominant in his household than my father is. So we had like totally different backgrounds, even though we both came from two-parent homes, both, in Gary, Indiana. Just even the churches that we came from, the background, the teachings, and even how we were raised. Like, I told Paul this the other day. Like, our mom, when we would sit down and eat, if we ever sat down, or if we were out together, go out to eat in the car, no cell phones. Like, no cell phones at all. You sit and you talk. And if you have issues with each other, you talk it out and you discuss it. His family, totally different.
Yeah.
They're scrolling. They don't talk, So
We talk. We talk, but you not the...
Oh, okay.
I'm just playing.
Sure. So
some of the stuff in our family,
just sweeping under the rug.
It's okay.
But our family's so vocal. Like
they go off on each other's aunties and stuff.
What? That's another video.
I was just playing. So yeah, let's get back to what we talking about.
We're talking
relationships
about
and vlogs.
Give each other the same grace that God gave you, right?
Okay. So be forgiving, but don't let nobody use you.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody perfect.
And then I think too, to really know if somebody is wasting your time, because that's what we said at the beginning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, well, for me as a female, I know if someone's wasting my time, because I prayed. I really with this relationship, this was the only relationship that I ever had peace with. In every other relationship, I asked God what he thought, and he'd be like,
"Heck, what the heck?
Run away." But with Paul, I really had peace. So that's when I knew, oh my gosh, this is really happening. And I didn't even feel worthy, because when I, right before, Paul just popped into my life, I had just, stopped talking to a random dude in New Jersey, because I was traveling there for work, just because I was bored. And that's what boredom, find something to do. Don't be bored and go on dates.
Yeah, find something to do.
Don't
women find something to do. Men, you go out there and you find the women.
And then you find the woman, but you got to have something to offer the woman. Have a job.
Yeah, don't
have some sense of leadership or purpose. Know what you want to do, because that's the thing that made me so angry in college, is that men, you can't, if you actually want to be a husband, you're going to have to lead us. Mm-hmm. And you can't lead us if you don't have no leadership. What you going to lead us to do? Nothing?
Nothing. Be nothing. I mean, be awesome and above everything.
So I knew Paul wasn't wasting my time, because we talked, and I would ask him, "Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?"
She gave me those Steve Harvey
questions. Where do we stand in this relationship? Because before November,
you should know.
I was getting kind of okay, this has been about 4 months, and you ain't asked me to be your girlfriend. What's going on? I had to.
She's about to cut me off.
Yeah, I was. I'm are you wasting my time? Do you not? You know?
Them questions start getting harder. That's when you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to talk about. You got to be careful with showing I know when you date and you kind of got this figure of who you are, but you got to be careful with showing your representative. You got to kind of show this person who you really are, and not just kind of faking who they think you are, who you want them to be, you to be.
The good side of you.
Yeah, so.
Or the fake side of you.
Yeah. So I know a lot of men have this problem, especially when you date and you engage and you go out, you do all this fun stuff, and then when you get married, you kind of stop doing it. That's you kind of had a representative. You got to be careful. Like how you start in, that's how you gotta finish.
So what have we done fun lately?
We just went to church, baby.
Oh, that was awesome.
No, what we done fun lately?
What's romantic?
Oh, when I rubbed you down with them oils, and then I had that. Oh yeah.
That's not even a video.
Oh, that was fun.
That was fun, but I'm saying we used to.
Going out. Okay, used to. We used to go out all the time. That's because we had to go out because we couldn't be alone. You know.
Yeah, we couldn't be alone.
We couldn't be alone. So we do group days. We'll go downtown Chicago. We'll go eat all the time.
But things do change, and that's one thing that I have. I'm still learning, like how to be content in every season because things do change. When you do get married, because you see the person every day, and you might not feel butterflies in your stomach like you felt when you were dating, just because
you see them every day.
You see them every day, and you might get comfortable. So you have to, change up the routine sometimes.
You gotta keep it spicy.
And then knowing my husband and knowing like the type of job that he works, don't act like a brat. That's what I'm learning how to be like. Oh, we didn't go out. Like, get over it. I mean, plan something if you really want it planned and you know that he's not a good planner. Like, plan it yourself and be okay with that. We have some vacation that we need to get in really soon. To
South Africa sometime.
Yes. But, yeah. So, be forgiving, be loving, and the same thing that drew you to that person, thank God for that. Like, I pray for him every day, and I thank God for his consistency. And just his heart. And then I would say definitely keep your business. When you do get in a good relationship, we have one couple friend that we share.
That we feel like are on the same level. Yeah. Mentally, spiritually, and
Charnay and Lauren. Shout out to our besties there enjoying their time.
Shout out to Zoe.
Yeah, our baby, our God baby, Zelly.
Separate vlog.
Bella. That's another vlog. We're having a baby, but we're not having a baby. That's our baby. Yeah, we're the baby mama and baby daddy.
Yeah, no babies over here yet.
But yeah. So yeah, keep your business even when you're dating.
Yeah, keep your business to. I mean, I know you want to talk to your parents about certain stuff. It's okay, but you gotta still be careful because they can influence you to think like the old ways. You know how. What's some of the things they would do?
Our parents?
Yeah, like playing hard to get.
Yeah, that's what my mama say. Don't be. Are you acting all giddy?
Playing game. I mean, it's really.
But I feel like in a Christian relationship, it's transparency and it's honesty. Yeah. You don't have to play hard to get. Because I felt like, honestly, if he would have been talking to other women, I already had trust issues because I got cheated on and he'd been cheated on too. I would have felt like, okay, he got other people. He's not really here for me. And I would have went on about my little merry way. So that thing that my mom was trying to tell me to play hard to get, stop being all giddy, stop showing him that you like him so much. No. That's what I had to do because that's who I am. I can't hide. If I like you, I'm not going to act like I don't like you. I'm not going to, if you text me, I'm not going to wait a day to respond to your text. No.
Yeah, all right. Keep playing.
Right.
And then
you be playing by yourself.
You're a good man and been walk to my, all right, I guess you don't want me.
We hung out like every day. When we were dating, when we were engaged, we were hanging out like every day because we enjoyed each other.
Somebody that's really into you, they'll make time for you. They won't make excuses.
Yeah, and I can tell you about before I met him, it was this other guy, who I thought he was interested in me or whatever. So he would text me every like 3 weeks or 2 weeks like, hey. So that's why I knew he was wasting my time because even I invited him out like, hey, let's go running. He was like, no, I got to study. And yeah, okay, I understand you're in school. But if somebody was really, really into you, they're going to make time.
I'm going to study extra early and I'm going to be ready to go run.
And that's what I knew. Like Paul, he was there, like he was ready. He pursued me, godly.
And I work shift work.
Yeah. I hope this video helps someone.
Yeah.
I think that's it, really.
Yeah.
So we said, don't go out looking for it, ladies. Get busy with your purpose. Do what God has called you to do. Right. And then you'll be in alignment and he'll just pop up. Because I was working in children's church. I was in the back. I ain't never seen this man. My mom over here being nice to him. My sister being nice to him.
Oh, yeah.
And then Charnay, my best friend, came back.
Yeah, nice to me.
Did you see this cute boy? I'm like, no, I'm working children's church. And then Paul texts me.
So, for guys, exposure, not sexual. So date, explore mentally, communicate. Brianna said, write down your ideas, vision boards. Men, you can do that too. Pray about what you want. Write a vision board, what you want in a woman. Number 3, nobody's really perfect.
No perfect person.
No perfect person. Somebody's got some type of baggage. And number 4, be careful with your representative. Just be real.
Yep.
All right, so leave a comment, like, subscribe, leave comments down below, whatever y'all want us to talk about. We probably have some guests on the show one day.
Yep, we're going to show that there's good in Gary, so be on the lookout for that. And then we'll also post, because this weekend our scholarship application will be opening.
It's going to be coming open.
So be looking for that. Subscribe to our channel, and you will get the latest details on that.
All right, see you later.
See ya.